Hello, so it's a long time since I made my last video, but I thought it is time to do a few videos again and share my recent insights with you. And I wrote down some notes, so bear with me when I'm not looking into the camera for some time. And the first insight I want to share with you is on the topic of the source of our insecurities. And I have to admit, I got this idea from Peter Ralston, and I really recommend his book of Not Knowing. And in this book, he is explaining why we feel insecure fundamentally. And if you are not feeling insecure in your everyday life, that's probably because you are living within your so-called comfort zone. You are not leaving it very often, and you have learned to be comfortable with certain things, and you have learned to really be able to handle the things in this comfort zone. So only because you might think, okay, I'm not really feeling insecure most of the time, that doesn't mean these fundamental insecurities aren't also present within you. What it means to have really fundamental insecurities is that we have confused ourselves with being a self that is somewhat in the world and opposed to the world. And the reason is we are not really seeing our true self. And that means we are not resting in our state of awareness, where we are just the presence that is containing everything. Everything from the objects we perceive to the person we think that we are. That is inside of awareness and not being confused with some personhood inside of awareness, which we usually do. And from that confusion, from that fundamental lie, so to speak, that we are believing in, comes this insecurity of not being able to face the challenges of the world, not being able to handle what we are presented with. Because deep down we feel that we are really empty. We feel that we are just beingness and that we are not having the capabilities to deal with everyday life and deal with the challenges of life. And so we have learned through certain skills to handle these situations. But what that does is only cover up this illusion of being a self, or it doesn't cover up the illusion. It creates this illusion of being a self that is able to handle the things in the world. And really, it is just the mechanism by which this physical human body is able to survive in the world. And this includes all the mental processes that we experience. And so, deep down, we suspect that our worldview is wrong. We suspect that something isn't right because, think about it, fundamentally no one knows, or not no one, but almost everybody, almost no one knows what reality is, what existence is, what we are, why we are here. And so this alone creates a lot of confusion, a lot of insecurity, and deep down we know that, and we suspect that something isn't right about the way most people live their lives, and we have been taught to live our lives. And so just imagine for a moment that you would be a lie. How could a lie feel if it would be a thing? Or if it would be a person? If a person would be a lie, how would it feel? It would, of course, feel very insecure all the time, because it has to fear being revealed, being faced with the truth, and would be revealed to be nothing, would be revealed to not exist. And so, of course, being a lie would feel, or would entail feeling, a lot of insecurity. What is the answer to that problem? The answer, of course, is to live in truth, to live with what existence and our own, so to speak, existence in this world really is. That we are not living as the story of this human, but as the awareness, as the ground of all being that contains all the objects, but itself is not an object. And by doing this and living it this way, we really can get rid of these insecurities and rest in the peaceful presence that we are, in the peaceful beingness that cannot be touched by any objective circumstances, by any challenges, by any of the insecurities themselves. Because living in this presence and living in this awareness will not get rid of the insecurities of the challenges of life, because they will still be there, but you have kind of transcended them. And this is my turn on these subjects, because Peter Rawlinson isn't talking about how to step into this awareness at this point, and we can just come to the realization that all the challenges in our life are really not a result of our insecurities, but they go hand in hand with our insecurities. And this is just another appearance, another objective thing that our awareness faces. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.